All right, recording. Hello, everyone. This is Randy and Brenda McCain. This is part 2 of our relationship video. And we have a very special couple here with us. And we're so excited to have this couple. They're near and dear to our hearts. One of them we've been knowing for about 21 years. Is it 21 or 22? I don't know.
21.
Okay, got it. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves at the campus of Lee University. Ta-da!
How you guys doing? My name is Jeremiah McCain. I am the son of Randy and Brenda McCain. And this is my girlfriend, Madison Knowledge. We go to school here at the university. And we've been dating for just about 2 years now. I'm going to answer some questions.
Awesome. So, I don't know who wants to start first, Madison or Jeremiah. Just go ahead and shoot them out.
Go ahead, Madison.
Okay. So the first question I would have for you guys is, how do you guys deal with the conflict that you kind of go through in your marriage?
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, Madison. What we call it, though, we don't call it, we call it intense fellowships. We don't have conflicts, we have intense fellowships. So our fellowships they rise to a different level. Sometimes they rise on the way to church. Sometimes they rise
On the way home from church?
Sometimes they just rise out of nowhere. 32 years.
Almost 30.
Why don't you tell them how you do it? Because we're both different personalities.
So,
I'm a talker, as you can know.
As you can know. But
As you can
as you can tell.
As you can tell, Brenda's not.
But all jokes aside, Madison and Jeremiah.
That's a great question.
That's a really good question. How do we deal with conflict? So Randy is right. We deal with conflict quite differently. I was raised by my grandmother, and I was taught that it takes two people to argue. So one person be quiet. There's no argument, or
In fellowship.
or fellowship, or you can pour gasoline on the wood all you like, but if a fire is never lit, there's no fire on that wood. So with that said, I'm the person that shuts down. I have to I have to be quiet. I have to calm myself down, and I have to allow myself to process through before I can talk to Randy about whatever it is that we're having intense fellowship about.
Right.
Now Randy's just the opposite.
Yeah, I am. I want to talk. I want to talk right now. I want to talk. I want to just talk it through. I want to talk why you're wrong and why I'm right. And why you need to say you're sorry. No, I am a talker, so I want to communicate right there. But what I found is that I need to give Brenda her space. But what we don't do, and I'll tell you this, Jeremiah Madison, we do not let the night go down to the next morning with that conflict. We don't. It doesn't drag on. We might have it throughout the day, but we were always taught that don't go to bed angry. And Jeremiah, this is a good one. Never go, not that you're going to bed angry with someone, but in marriage, you just don't want to go to bed angry for obvious reasons.
You never leave each other's presence.
Right, from a spiritual point. Let's be spiritual.
Being angry. So with that said, Randy has to give me my space to calm down.
Yeah.
And then after I calm down, then we come back together and we talk about it.
Right, and then sometimes we've actually, just as it might seem weird to the world, there's times we had conflict, intense fellowships, and we'll pray. We even pray at the end, and sometimes if we have prayed, depending on what the situation, that's kind of unusual. But normally we give each other time, I think, but we don't give a. We're not talking days. We're not talking.
No, we normally
weeks.
we work it out within a certain time frame.
Right.
And
yeah. So hopefully that's a long answer to a short question.
hopefully that helped.
All right, so we're not perfect. We still have them every now and then.
Next question is, how do you guys make time out of your busy schedules for each other in your marriage?
That's a good one too.
Yeah, date night.
Date night. So I remember a long time ago in our godly counsel that we had in the early stages of our marriage, one of the women of the church told me, marriage is about give and take.
Right.
Give and take.
You give and I take. No.
So although Randy and I are quite busy, throughout the years
Productive.
of both being in school, having kids, then me going back to school.
That was
and
crazy time.
Work, traveling with work. You can imagine our schedules have been quite busy. But at the end of the day, we find time to have like a date night.
Yeah. You can do it.
Try to go someplace over the weekend with one another, and in that time, his parents would, keep you guys. But no matter whatever that quality time is, we find time to squeeze it in.
Right. Like when we were younger, we had no money, so it was
Truly.
walking by the water. I was working 9 jobs, felt like it, and we had a very small window that we could get together, but we always made that time count. It didn't necessarily have to spend money. A lot of times, we just went out walking or ride bikes. We were running back then. We're walking
Randy
now.
and I are really into sports, so sometimes our date nights would be going downtown, acting like
walking.
tourists, walking around or going jogging with one another. So, just try to find that quality time to squeeze in.
Yeah, it's very challenging, but you can't afford not to, because it lets that other person know that you're important, no matter what's going on. And then Brenda did something that was quite unusual. In my craziness and running businesses and the things that I was doing, I was a lot younger, even I'm doing now. She would get on my calendar and she would just exit out. She would purposely get on my calendar and force it, and I'm like, what's this? But she would make sure my calendar had that date and I wouldn't book that date. And you did that quite often.
I did. So hopefully that helped.
Yep. So any follow-on questions or anything additional? You guys are easy. Well, tell us about your relationship. We're kind of done with the video. How you guys deal with it? I'm just curious. Tell us. Tell the people, how do you deal with conflict? I'll turn it on you guys.
Same way y'all do. Just talk it out and hope for the best.
Yeah, I'm big. I'm big on communication. Like Jeremiah is more like his mom, so he just kind of shuts down. He's really quiet. But I'm big on like talking it out, and I always tell him like we're not supposed to go separate ways and be mad at each other. So I really like to kind of communicate and get it out of conflict just out of the way, so that we could progress on. Yeah.
Are you successful with that most of the time with Jeremiah? Are you just getting better? How's it working out?
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, Jeremiah, he is getting better.
Okay.
It's nothing like how we were from the beginning. So you see the growth in our relationship.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
We're proud to hear that from you guys, that you guys are working. You've had a few challenges, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah, I've almost called y'all sometime about delete them pictures. No, it's fine.
I missed that.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So I guess the other thing is, how do you guys make time? 2 college students. I know, Jeremiah, you running track. Madison, you're busy. You're working. You got family obligations. How do you guys find time? Just curious. And how are you able to work and do all the things? I know, Jeremiah, your internships. And tell us, how do you guys find time?
Well, Jeremiah is very busy, especially since he's an athlete. So he's always like on the go. And I'm very much about quality time. So it's more of like, I make sure and tell him like, we need to have this night, like you guys say, like, I actually want to spend time maybe at least 1 or 2 times throughout the week, because I know he's always going to have like a track meet or practices that run long. So it's like, whether it's just doing homework together, here, or whatever it might be, going grocery shopping, we just kind of get that time in with each other. It doesn't matter what we're doing.
So, because we did that too, sweetheart. Remember, we spent a lot of time at the
Hornbeck Library, University of Maryland.
12 o'clock at night. It was a 24-hour library at University of Maryland. and we would be there and
All night
all night.
working on papers.
And we also used to study at the Jefferson Memorial. It's kind of a safe place in DC, and at night a lot of students would go on the steps and get that inspiration. Was it Abraham or Jefferson Memorial? I don't know which one it was. It was one of the memorials. You felt enlightened being around the president's statue. So you guys are very similar to us. So we appreciate this time, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending it with us in National. We're glad to share our family with you, and we're proud of our young people, and they're doing great things. And God bless you guys, and continue to keep up the good work. Jeremiah, you guys graduate this year. Woo, 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 woo. Seniors. So we'll conclude this portion of the McCain family relationships.
Thank you.
God bless.